So I saw a video yesterday that really shocked me. I'm very selective about who I follow on Instagram and on YouTube as well, and so I feel like I keep myself in kind of a little bubble when it comes to the messages out there around diets and body image and all that. It's not explicit, but there are these implicit fat phobic messages, even in a lot of recovery videos, and also demonizing of food. And those videos, I think, often become popular because they they do play to people's eating disorders. And I think I think probably in the past, when I began recovery or was in quasi-recovery, I probably watched these videos and liked them because it made me feel like I could hold on to a little bit of my eating disorder and still recover. And that's just not true. Anyway, so I want to talk a bit about orthorexia in this video and those delicious foods that people demonize for some reason. So I'm going to talk about a bit about that in this video, but I just went to the supermarket, so first I need to unpack that. I made cookies! Slightly burnt, but oh well. So I'm just waiting for my friend to come over for drinks, and I keep running out of time to talk about this. So basically, I just want to say that eating processed foods or foods that you or your eating disorder or diet culture tells you are unhealthy is okay anytime, not just if you're in recovery, but there's actually nothing wrong with these foods. I know that when I began recovery a while ago, the first time I thought, well, if I have to gain weight, maybe I'll gain weight eating healthy foods, so then at least I gain muscle rather than fat. Or so I try to eat these foods that I guess are popular in the fitness world for people who are bodybuilding or trying to put on muscle. But the fact is, I wasn't bodybuilding, and that's not actually what I wanted for my life. And recovering in that way, I tried it for a while. I think it's almost like a rite of passage in recovery. I feel like a lot of people go through it. I think doing recovery in that way, trying to eat like health foods to gain back the weight, really made me lose faith in recovery because it made me really unhappy. I was still depriving myself of the foods that I wanted. And yeah, I had more energy, and yeah, I was gaining weight, but still there was so much that I wanted from recovery that I wasn't getting by doing my recovery in that way. And it wasn't real recovery. Like, I still couldn't join in with my friends going out to dinner, and I would still analyze foods and look at the calorie content, and I was still obsessed with meeting certain goals for like protein in the day, and that's just not recovery. The fact is, the foods that diet culture might deem unhealthy are not unhealthy. Especially not if you are recovering from a restrictive eating disorder, in which case you can't afford to restrict food groups like that. Well, I don't think you can. Like, I can't. I know that I can't. Because then if I restrict a food group, I become afraid of it, and I don't want to live my life in fear of certain foods. I wrote a blog post a while ago that was about saying, if you're going to choose recovery, then choose to make it easy for yourself. And obviously there is nothing easy about recovery. Recovery is really, really tough and draining. But you have to do it. That's the only option that you have. And don't make it difficult for yourself by saying, okay, I'll recover, but only if I eat minimally processed foods. Or, okay, I'll recover, but only if I don't eat donuts or cookies. Or, okay, I'll recover, but only if I continue on a high protein diet. What you're trying to do in recovery is rewire your brain that you can eat all foods, that in unrestricted amounts whenever you want. You can eat whatever anyone else eats. You don't need to exercise to earn your food. You don't need to do anything to earn your food. You don't need to be weightlifting or going running to be able to eat a donut. I guess don't put conditions on your recovery, because that keeps the eating disorder around, and you're not going to experience the full benefits of recovery if you continue to hold on to little bits of your eating disorder or little bits of disordered eating. Because even if someone else says, I'm on a minimally processed food diet, that doesn't mean it's right for you. So if you want to experience the full benefits of recovery, socializing, a happier mood, less anxiety, freedom to eat whatever you want, then you have to do recovery properly, and that means eating all the foods. It means eating the donuts, it means eating the cookies, chocolate bars. It means eating whatever your body and your mind actually crave. It doesn't mean salivating over your friend's cookie while you eat a salad. The fact is that recovering from anorexia means gaining weight. Trying to gain muscle rather than fat by eating certain foods undermines one of the points of recovery, which is to accept weight gain as a consequence of unrestricted eating. And if you're only allowing yourself certain foods, then you are still restricting, then you are still going to live with an eating disorder. You're still playing by your eating disorder's rules. Someone else, they might call it a diet. For us, it's an eating disorder. And I know that for me, it was only when I truly allowed myself to eat everything that I wanted that I began to experience the real benefits of recovery. And yes, I gained weight. Yes, I gained fat. And I think I probably gained some muscle too, but that wasn't the aim. The aim was just to nourish my body. The aim still is to nourish my body with whatever foods my body and mind want, and however my body responds to that, whether it's with weight gain or not, that's just how it is. I have to accept it. I think it's easy to underestimate the real value of having freedom with food, but I cannot tell you how incredible it is to be able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, in whatever quantity. Like, it's just so freeing not having to worry about feeling hungry at certain times of the day and not having energy, or going out with friends and not being able to eat anything on the menu, or when someone offers me a cookie that they've baked, I can say yes and enjoy it, and that makes me happy and it makes them happy. And I like myself a lot better now than ever before, because I'm just so much more easygoing. Just, yeah, a different person when I don't play by my eating disorder's rules. So even though there are obviously messages out there saying that certain foods are unhealthy, I'm here to tell you that they are not. They are the foods that are going to heal your body and mind. Those messages just annoy me so much, because they are fat phobic, they are privileged, They are ignorant of people with eating disorders who need to eat these foods to recover. And not just for people with eating disorders, but they make anyone susceptible to those messages unhappy and feel inadequate and like they have to eat a certain way to be valuable, and that's just not true. I could rant about this for a long time. I guess my main message is that if you truly want to recover from your eating disorder, and if you're watching this video, I know that that's true, you do want to recover, then you have to allow yourself to eat all food. Nothing bad is going to happen from eating the foods that your eating disorder tells you are off limits. Honestly, only good things will happen. You will experience food freedom, you get to taste those delicious foods, you'll get energy from them. You can join in with people. You'll be so much happier. And like, sure, eating those foods, like eating any foods might make you gain weight, but that is no bad thing. Weight gain is what is enabling me to be here right now and living my life and enjoying it, and you deserve that too. Just please ignore the messages telling you that you should only be eating certain foods. If you want to eat a packet of cookies, go for it. I've done it. And I'm still here to tell the tale. If you want to eat king-size bars of chocolate, all good. I've done that too. You deserve to eat those foods that are tasty. They were created for a reason. Because they taste delicious. And you only live once, so eat the foods that you enjoy. Okay, I could keep ranting about this for a long, long time, but I think I've got my point across, I hope. So I'm gonna end this video here and say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing okay with everything that's going on, and I know that it's a really challenging time. I have certainly had my challenges too, but kudos to you for continuing on in recovery despite the challenges. Okay, lots of love to you, and I'll record again soon. Bye!